Hello friends, I am Rahul Jain. I have cleared my MTech in Food Engineering and Technology from ICT Mumbai. I have cleared UGC NET exam and also Junior Food Analyst exam that is conducted by FSSAI. So in the previous video, I have described you about the opportunities of appearing for GATE exam in terms of supply side and the demand side view, and the different top rated institutes and their eligibility criteria for any food tech candidate. And I have also described you how a non-food tech candidate can take admission in IIT Kharagpur and IIT Guwahati. Now moving ahead, I will tell you about how to prepare food technology for GATE XE and GATE XL. But before this, here is a quote by the Abraham Lincoln. It says, "If I had 6 hours to chop down a tree, I would spend the first 4 hours sharpening the axe." It means in the first 4 hours, he will plan on how to win a situation, and in the last 2 hours, he will execute the plan. Similarly, the journey to qualify GATE exam and getting job or admission in top rated institute should be based on a solid plan. So in this third lecture of GATE, we will look at the food technology section and its 4 subsections. And second, the updated syllabus of food technology. The GATE organizing committee updated syllabus of all GATE papers in 2016, and since then there is huge variation in the level of questions asked. And third, we will look at the weightage of all 4 subsections over the past 5 years. And next, having huge variation in the level of questions and weightage, still there are some favorite topics of paper setters from which questions come every year. So let's start. So these are the two papers of GATE, XE and XL. XE is the engineering sciences and XL is the life sciences. So qualifying any of these can get you to a good college for post graduation. In XE, there are 8 sections in which maths is compulsory. So engineering math is compulsory, which consists of 15 marks in the XE paper, and you have to choose any 2 other sections. And as we want admission in a food tech or its allied stream, we will choose food tech as one section, and you can choose any other section that interests you. So each section will consist of 35 marks, in which 9 questions would be 1 mark each and 13 questions would be 2 mark each. And both MCQs and NAT, that is the numerical answer type questions, you will find both of these type of questions. But for the NAT, there is no negative marking. Similarly, in XL, that is the life sciences, chemistry is important, which consists of 25 marks, and you can choose any other section with food technology as the one section. You can look at the marking scheme for both papers, and if you have any query, you can comment on this video. I will try to resolve your query. So there are 4 sections of food technology: food chemistry and nutrition, second is the food microbiology, third is the food products technology, and fourth is the food engineering. So now we will move to the first subsection of food technology, that is the food chemistry and nutrition. In food chemistry and nutrition, we study about the constituents of food, the macronutrients and the micronutrients. The macronutrients involves carbohydrates, proteins and lipids, while in micronutrients involves those constituents of food which are required in less amount. So it includes minerals, nutrients, bioactive compounds, etc. So with these both macro and micronutrients, there are some other compounds as well: pigments, flavors, enzymes, anti-nutrients, and nutraceuticals. And if these nutrients are not consumed sufficiently, they can cause some nutrient deficiency diseases. So here you can see a table which includes 2 columns. On the left side, it was the older syllabus, and on the right side, it is the updated one. So the text highlighted in the yellow color on the left side is not included in the updated syllabus. And the text highlighted in the green color is the addition of topic to the older syllabus. So here you can see that the carbohydrates, proteins and lipid these are the macronutrients. Similarly, the enzymes, vitamins, minerals, these are the micronutrients. And there are some other constituents of food such as the pigments, flavors, and enzymes. These are the other components of food. So the quinones is not included in the updated syllabus, and the newly added topics in the updated syllabus are gelatinization and retrogradation of starch, biochemical changes in postmortem and tenderization of muscles, aldehydes and quinines under the food flavors, simple and inhibition kinetics, cofactors, nutraceuticals comes under the nutrition part, then the chemical and biochemical changes and changes occur in food during different processing. These are some of the newly added topics, but please note the topic on starch gelatinization is added in the updated syllabus, but there were questions before 2016 as well. So now we will look at one question which came in 2020 GATE XE and GATE XL. So this is the question. The question is the enzyme majorly involved in postmortem degradation of muscle protein is. It came in GATE 2020 of 1 mark. So there are 4 options. So you have to select only one option. So you have to choose the correct answer. So I will give you 10 seconds to choose the correct answer. I hope you have selected the right answer. So now we will look at the answer. The correct answer is calpain. So calpain is the enzyme which is majorly involved in postmortem degradation of muscle proteins. So you can also look at this. This question is directly picked from the syllabus. Biochemical changes in postmortem and tenderization of muscles. So this is exactly what the statement is in the syllabus. So there was no question earlier 2020 on the postmortem degradation of muscle proteins. So it means some statements are directly picked from the syllabus to prepare questions. Now we will move to the second subsection of food technology, that is the food microbiology. So here is again a table. On the left side it is the older one and on the right side it is the updated one. So the yellow highlighted text has been removed from the syllabus and the green colored or the green highlighted text or the updated one. So the structure and detection is removed from the updated. Intrinsic and extrinsic factors, contributing factors, foodborne diseases, bacterial pathogens, and the buttermilk has been removed from the newly updated syllabus. But there are some topics which are added in the updated syllabus are actinomycetes, gram staining, toxins from microbes, pathogens and non-pathogens, fish, egg, cereal and their products under the food spoilage, the curd, pickle, idli and dosa. These are some of the fermented products which are included or added in the fermented food products. So in this subsection, we will look at the different microbes and their morphology. Morphology means the shape and the structure. It means the shape and the structure of the microbes. So then the food and environment that these microbes need to grow and survive. And then their quantification technique, among which serial dilution technique is mostly required. Then the food spoilage and the toxin production, and briefly about what are enterotoxin, exotoxins, mycotoxins, and endotoxins. And in the last, the fermented food products such as the fermented dairy products, curd, yogurt, cheese, and fermented cereal products such as the idli, dosa, or alcoholic products, and then fermented fruit and vegetable products such as pickles and sauerkraut and soya sauce. So again, to make you better understand about the questions that comes from this section is the one which is similar to this. Which of the following bacteria will stain purple color after gram staining? It means this question has been directly picked from the syllabus. Gram staining, it means the characteristics of microorganisms, and the gram staining, it means you should know which of the following bacteria will stain purple color after gram staining. So among the four options, you have to choose the correct option. So I will give you 10 seconds to choose the correct option. I hope you have chose the correct answer. So let's see the answer. It was the Bacillus subtilis. So Bacillus subtilis is the correct answer among these four, which will stain purple color after gram staining. So you have to observe one thing here, that is, you either know the answer or you don't know the answer. You cannot guess any option here. So we will look at these kind of questions as well, or we will prepare mnemonic to remember all such types of bacteria which stain purple color after gram staining. So now move to the third subsection of food technology, that is the food products technology. In previous slide, we have looked upon fermented products such as the fermented dairy products, fermented fruit and vegetable products, fermented cereal products. So similarly, here is the table, and on the left side it is the older one and on the right side it is the updated one. So the yellow highlighted text has been removed from the updated syllabus and the green highlighted text is the newly added topics. So here you can see that the canning has been removed and the thermal processing concept has been added in the updated syllabus. Similarly, the irradiation topic, the intermediate moisture foods, packaging material and aseptic packaging, ready to eat under the breakfast cereals, expelling which comes under the oil processings, then the tomato sauce, ketchup, puree, potato chips, cocoa and spices under the plantation crops. Plantation crops are those crops which are produced on large scale for monetary purposes: tea, coffee, spices, cocoa, etc. And then the freezing of fish and meat under the processing of animal product was added in the updated syllabus. And in any food processing factory, waste is generated. So how to utilize waste for zero waste generation and the food standards which govern all the food related activities in India are part of this food products technology. Some of these food laws are not existent, such as the FPO and the PFA, but there are questions on FSSAI in previous years. So again, to make you better understand of the syllabus, I will give you a question. So this is the question which came in GATE 2020 this year, which was of 1 mark. So the question is, which of the following is commonly used as a preservative in the tomato sauce? So you can think that the question has been picked from this tomato sauce section, but he is asking about the preservatives. So there is again a topic, addition of preservatives here. So what the examiner did, that he connected the two questions, the tomato sauce and the addition of preservatives, and put forward a question for you in the exam. So you have to select the right answer. So I will give you 10 seconds to choose the correct answer. So the correct answer is sodium benzoate. So while preparing for this subsection, I will give you a more detailed information about all these topics. So now moving to the last subsection of food technology, that is the food engineering. In the previous subsection, we looked about different processing techniques, and now we will analyze food engineering subsection. It includes operations. For example, now what is the difference between process and operations? So process is a sequence of operations for manufacturing a product. So the operations includes machines, materials and methods. For example, suppose you want to manufacture tomato ketchup. Now there would be some operations that you would carry out to make your final product, such as sorting of tomatoes, then making of purees either by grinding, which means the size reduction, and then mixing of different ingredients such as the preservatives, salt, color, tomato puree, water, and the other ingredients. Then the product is moved through pipe from one part of the factory to the other part of the factory. That includes the momentum transfer. So here you can see the momentum transfer is included in the updated syllabus, and then the heat transfer operations, such as either you will heat the product by conduction, convection, radiation, or using the heat exchangers, and then finally you will pack the product, because the psychrometry involves the mixture of air and water vapor. So to briefly tell you about the updated syllabus of food engineering, here are the topics of food engineering, that is the mass and energy balance, momentum transfer. It means the flow rate and pressure drop relationship for Newtonian fluids flowing through pipe and the Reynolds number. Then the heat transfer by conduction, convection, radiation or heat exchanger. Then mass transfer, molecular diffusion and fixed flow. Similarly, the mechanical operations, size reduction of solids, high pressure homogenization, filtration, centrifugation, settling, sieving, mixing and agitation of fluid. Then the thermal operations, thermal sterilization, evaporation of liquid fluids, hot air drying of solids, spray and freeze drying, freezing and crystallization. Mass transfer operations includes psychrometry, humidification and dehumidification operations. So here on the left side you can see that there are many more topics which have been removed from the updated syllabus, but the questions do generally come from the older syllabus as well, such as you can see the question. So this question came in GATE 2020 of 2 marks, which says an orange juice flowing at 0.8 kilogram per second enters a counter current double pipe heat exchanger. So you can see the topic has been removed from the updated syllabus. Here it is just the heat exchanger. So the statement has been directly picked from the older syllabus. It means heat exchanger includes the NTU of co-current and counter current double pipe heat exchanger. It means they have just briefly defined the topic which was broadly defined in the older syllabus. So we will look at this condition as well and will try to solve questions to get good marks in the GATE exam. So you can try to answer this question, but I will request you to don't jump directly on this question without practicing. So please practice first and then try to solve these questions. So till now, we discussed about the syllabus of food technology and its 4 subsections. That is food chemistry and nutrition, food microbiology, food products technology, and food engineering. Now we will look at one more important point, and that is marks distribution. So here is a table which includes 3 columns. First column includes sections of food technology, then marks range, and then the average of past 5 years. That is, food chemistry ranged in between 3 to 11 numbers over the past 5 years. Food microbiology ranged in between 4 to 8 numbers over the past 5 years, and food products and technology ranged in between 4 to 9 numbers. Similarly, food engineering ranged in between 13 to 19 numbers of the 35 marks section of the food technology over the past 5 years. The average of these subsections are food chemistry 7 number, food microbiology 6 numbers, food products technology 6 number, food engineering 16 number. So the food engineering subsection is the highly weighted subsection of food technology. So it means we have to give a more time to prepare for the food engineering part to get better score in the GATE exam. So here is the weightage of different subsections, that is the food chemistry, food microbiology, food product technology and food engineering over the past 5 years or after the updation of the food technology or the GATE paper syllabus. So the 2016th year, 17th year, 2018th year, 19th year and 2020th year. In the first year of the newly updated syllabus, food chemistry consists of 11 marks, food microbiology consists of 4 marks, food product technology was of 4 marks and the food engineering was of 16 marks. So here you can see the graph. The food engineering was around 16 marks over the year. As we have observed the past 5 years weightage of the different subsections of food technology. Now we will look at more important point, that is the favorite topics of the paper setters. So here are the two tables. On the orange table, it includes three columns, the subsections and the marks breakup. So in the food chemistry, so these are the four topics that are generally come in the paper. So the macronutrients, that is the carbohydrate, lipid and protein, consist of 2 to 3 marks. Enzyme kinetics 2 marks question definitely come every year. Essential fatty acids and nutraceuticals was of around 1 to 2 marks. The anti-nutrients, balanced diet, vitamins and protein efficiency ratio, it consists of 1 mark. So coming to the second subsection, that is the food microbiology, the characteristics or the morphology consists of 1 mark. Microbe growth and death kinetics consist of 2 mark. This question or the concept repeated over the last 5 years continuously. And then the fermented foods and food spoilage and toxin consist of 2 to 3 marks. Now the subsection food product technology, the oil processing 2 number question definitely come over the past 5 years. Then milk and milk products, milling of cereal products, that is the rice, wheat and the other cereal products, consist of 2 marks. And the next subsection, that is the food engineering, it consists of freezing and dehydration, which consist of 3 to 4 marks. Then the flow rate through pipe consists of 3 marks. Definitely 2 to 3 marks question come over the past 5 years. Heat exchanger consists of 2 marks. A single question comes every year. Permeability through films, either the single film or the double film, 1 to 2 mark question definitely come. Then size reduction, 2 marks question come over the past 5 years. Mechanical operations, 2 marks. Evaporation of liquid foods, 2 marks. So till now what we have observed is that there are 4 subsections of food technology, and we have also looked at the updated syllabus of each subsection of the food technology and the weightage of all the 4 subsections and the favorite topics of the paper setters. So while preparing for the gate, we will put more focus on the preparation of these topics. That means the enzyme kinetics, oil processing, heat exchanger 2 marks question, size reduction 2 marks question. So there are basically 3 laws which we will go through to solve this particular type of question. That is easy, that will be covered in a single video. So for any query, please do comment in video comment section, and you can contact me at my email ID, that is the foodtechno@gmail.com. So see you in next video.